Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I am your host Shane, and today we are going to be looking at some very interesting material from one of my Patreon supporters and friend from Alaska. You guys might actually remember him from when I visited Alaska and did some gold prospecting up there. It was Brandon, Jeremy, and Justin took mountain bikes and we went all the way out into the wilds of Alaska with gold prospecting gear on our backs, and a lot of porcupines, a lot of gold, a lot of cliffs, and it was awesome, but that's completely off topic. Brandon over on Patreon sent me this picture and a message about this material that he wanted to send me. So it says, "Hey man, I got some processed dirt at work, literally like flour powder, and I'm gonna run it through my multi-sluice. I watched your New York City sidewalk video, and the gold color you get in your pan is what I got with just a spoonful of this dirt I got. I noticed you do more extreme processing with chemicals than I do, but I would be willing to send you some and see what you think of this stuff I got. I don't know if you have my contact info." And I got him my mailing information. He sent me a box. It doesn't weigh too much, so I don't think there's too much material there. So I don't know if we're going to use chemicals or not. Depends on what this stuff is. So let's go over to the panning station. We'll open up the box. We'll take a closer look at it and see what we get. Hope you guys enjoy it. And thanks, Brandon. I appreciate it. All right, we have the package open, and there is a letter here. "Hey Shane, hope all is well in Colorado. Weather can't make up its mind here in Alaska. The dirt I'm sending has been collected and ran through my multi-sluice, but with your chemical work, something could be in it. I'm not expecting much of anything, but if there's anything, I'll be surprised. It came from an undisclosed location up here in southeast Alaska. Wink, wink." I know exactly where he's talking about. "Hopefully you can do what you do and see what could be in it. This is a fine powder, so it will be dusty at first. Good luck with it and have fun. Thanks again, Brandon. P.S. I do have a TikTok account, AULover2020. I don't have any vids posted, but if anyone wants to add and message, feel free to. So definitely check out Brandon on TikTok, AULover2020, and you can also check out my TikTok account. I'll link it below. So let's take a look at this and see what he sent here. Oh, awesome. He sent a giant chunk of Alaska here, and you can see there is some chalcopyrite in the quartz veins right there, which could actually contain gold. But I am not going to crush that up. I'm going to just keep that and put it, a nice chunk of Alaska here in my Colorado shop. Thanks a lot, Brandon. That's awesome. All right, here it is, the dirt from Alaska from Brandon's work. Let's take a look at it in a pan. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and open this up. He said it's going to be very dusty. Oh, he really packed it full to the top. Oh yeah. First, we're going to try to remove any magnetic material from it. Look at all that dust. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to put this in a bigger gold pan just so I can get a bigger surface area when I collect the magnetic material. Not sure if there's any, but I'm going to use a neodymium magnet inside of a silver dollar tube here just to see if there's anything here. There's zero magnetic material in that. Maybe a few crumbs, but not worth running the magnet over it. All right, I guess the next option is going to be to try panning some of it out. So let's just take like a spoonful just to check the difficulty on it and see what we're working with here. So let's bring over Crusty Rusty. I'll add some water and some jet dry. This is a surfactant that'll break the surface tension of the water, so any really small gold can't float away. You can also use just a drop of dish soap, works good, but there's no suds with jet dry. That's why I like using this stuff. Not a sponsor, at least not yet. All right, let's pan it out and see what we get. So once I get the clumps broken up, I'm going to pan it off very lightly. You can see there's tons of organic in there. I'm going to pan this back in the pan, I'm gonna keep an eye on what's coming down. I wanna see what's heavy, what's light. I'm just gonna pan through it slowly. So far I don't see any gold or anything, but we wouldn't yet. It would be all at the top. So over here on the side, there's an interesting heavier material that is lighter in color. I mean, it's not as gray, it's more brown, which is closer to what gold would be, especially if it's been reduced with chemicals. Gold is actually like a brown powder that looks almost just like that. Okay, so we're at the end here, and that is the material that's left behind, this brown powder. I don't know if it's gold, however, it is heavier than everything else. So after panning this back a little bit and thinking about what I want to do, all of this possible material here, it could be gold, it could not be gold also. And I don't want to process this entire thing with chemicals because of toxic reasons, obviously. So what I could do is I could process just this one pan just to see if I can recover any gold out of it. And if we can, then we can go back to this big amount of material and process the whole thing, and then we can get our gold back. But there's definitely a brownish powder in here that looks just like gold after it's been dropped out of solution before firing. So we don't actually have to use any chemical here. We'll collect up this brown material, we'll put it in a crucible, and we will see if it fires into a little BB of gold. If it does, then at that point we can process everything with chemicals and try to recover as much gold as possible. All right, so the next step is to collect this stuff up, dry it out, and burn it down. So while cleaning this material up and panning it back, it kind of acts like gold as well. It even has, it looks more coppery or brassy to me than gold. I don't know exactly where he got this as far as like how this material came to be. I don't know if it's like ground up metal parts or something, but if you look really closely, there's a shine to it. You see it's like sparkly almost. It's gonna be interesting to melt this stuff down to see what it is. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, I'm gonna filter this off through a coffee filter into a beaker. So we've got 3 or 4 little blobs of material in here. As you can see here, this is extremely black and dark. That's not normally what you see when you process gold, but there was a lot of impurities in there as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and empty this out. Ooh, that's extremely hot. All right, let's take a look at these and see what we got here. They're just like little black chunks. All right, so after firing that stuff down, you can see we have little black pieces of glass here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna crush those up to a powder, and then we're gonna pan that out and see if we have any gold. And if we do, then we will have a good reason to process all this material. Because of the large amount of brown powder versus other material and the color of this, it's telling me that it's probably not gold right off the bat, but let's find out. All right, we've got this stuff ground up pretty fine. We'll rinse that into there. We'll pan it back and see what we get. Right. So here's what I'm seeing, Brandon. Right here, I see like little bits of flour gold. If there is gold in that stuff, and I think there may be, it's just a small amount. So I hope that helps. I don't know if it's gonna be worth, like if you have a lot of this material and you wanted to process it down, the amount of MAP gas or energy it's gonna cost to refine this stuff, I would say probably not worth it unless you're just looking for a hobby to do. I mean, it could definitely be a fun project for you, but not a lot of gold from what I'm seeing here. All right, so I processed all the rest of the material, and And I'm just about done cleaning it up. There's still some gray material down here that I have to separate, but you can see this is how much we recovered. And we'll go ahead and fire this down as well, and we'll see what kind of gold we get. But anyway, that was a very awesome, fun experiment. I hope I helped you out there, Brandon. And I appreciate the mail. This awesome, cool piece of, looks like granite with quartz and chalcopyrite. And I'm not a geologist, but this black material, possibly, I don't know what that is. Somebody in the comments will let me know. But anyway, thanks a lot, Brandon. I really appreciate it. Thanks to all my Patreon supporters, of course. If you guys want to join up, link down below. And that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. If you're still here, you're one of the 42% that haven't left. So thanks so much. And also big thanks to all my Major Credit Patreon supporters and channel members scrolling right there. And also, if you enjoyed this video, you're really going to like the other ones linked here. So definitely check those out. And I'll see you guys on the next video.